Okay, this is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan is Wallpaper. We're hanging paper in a commercial place. I just want to show you this intricacy here. So we're going from this wall here, then we're going to wrap it around over there. Let me show you what's going on. I want you to think, how would you start this sheet of paper if it were you hanging it? You see in there, it's hard to get in here, but we have this wall that you just saw, turns into a 10-inch wall here. Then it has this back piece here. But the main thing I want you to see is that this is lower in level than that is up there. So you really got to plan this out. So I'll give the camera to my cameraman, who will give me the wallpaper, and I'll do this for you. Let's see. Okay, you take this. Okay, I got it. Just let go. Concentrate on your camera. Okay, so the trick of it is, not that it's a big trick, but those of you who hang, you already know how to do this. You're going to bring the level up to this ceiling. That's lower, but you're not going to be guided by the lower, because wherever you need more wallpaper, that's what guides the whole, where the whole piece, how the whole piece is going to be hung. So, I start my paper, making sure that it's high enough to touch the highest ceiling, because I can always cut the paper, I can never add, and that's the whole idea. If you're hanging paper for the first time, you could get confused on something like this, or you might just be confused naturally in your life, like my camera guy. I'm only kidding. No, I'm just kidding. So you see what I'm doing here. To recap, this ceiling is higher than the ceiling at which the paper will end. So we got to be guided by the higher ceiling, and we start, in this case, at the higher level. Okay. So we keep going now. And generally, this is such good wallpaper, by the way. I want to keep a plumb edge. So I'm just going to make sure that my wall covering is plum. Not the fruit, but the verb. Plum. I could have hung the whole room by now. I love you wallpaper guys from Australia who keep commenting on my pace. I love it. Now, if you go to my online store, you can get your wallpaper boots on my wallpaper store. Just show them my boots. I will sell you these boots for $19.99. Free shipping. Just let me know in the comments section, and I'll be glad to send you a pair of Spencer Colgan wallpaper boots. I have a steady friend from the UK, and she writes me long comments on my YouTube channel, and wonderful lady. On tomorrow's video, I'm going to tell you what a wallpaper hanger eats for lunch. This way you too can maximize your hanging potential. Okay, so far so good, folks. This is commercial vinyl. Why I like it is not a lot of bubbles. And that has to do with two things. the backing and the permeability of the shell, believe it or not. Wallpaper manufacturers are realizing that if they make holes in the shell, the air comes out. Now, I'm a New Yorker. You don't wear cowboy boots. Now, I don't wear them when I go to New York. Don't get me wrong. I'm from Brooklyn, so you wear cowboy boots in Brooklyn when I grew up. If you didn't get beat up, you were made fun of. And it's true. When I didn't know what tuberculosis was, many of you don't know I was a police officer up in New York. I don't tell people that, but I was. So anyway, when you are a police officer, you get very close to people physically, when you fingerprint them and everything else. So one time, I was fingerprinting this female, and I said, "Do you have any sicknesses?" And she said, "Yeah." She says, "I have tubular sclerosis." And I said, "Wow, what's that?" I learned later on that she meant tuberculosis. Ugh. She told me it was tubular sclerosis. Anyway, you can imagine how I felt. Okay, just making sure now, this is the cut. This, where I cut it, is going to wrap around and accommodate the lower ceiling. Now, don't yell at me for doing this. Don't yell. For those of you who hang paper, you know why I'm saying that. For those of you who don't, just keep thinking that I really am the best. Now, I love this guy, Michael Regan. He's from the UK. He's always, and Billy Devlin, really good guys. And they're always so encouraging with they're both decorators themselves. And they're really generous with their nice comments on my videos. Okay, come on now. You can see all the woven thread in here. Good stuff here. Okay, folks, now watch. Make the camera lens go in, zoom it in, please, if you know how. What I want to show them is that I notched the wallpaper out so that she bends. See that? You see this little space here? Well, I notched it out so that the wallpaper bends and doesn't stress. Now, I'm wrapping it around. And lo and behold, I have plenty of wallpaper to finish off. Now, just show them what I did for the ceiling. If you guys get glue on these ceilings, you know what? You're not professional. I'm sorry to say it. You gotta protect these ceilings, because once you get glue on this stuff, it's not coming off. And I want my students to do a good job. So please, do a good job. So now, not many of you still have 3 days left. For those of you who want to join me on a free trip to Florida to hang wallpaper with me, please respond in the comment section below and put in the code YES. And you will be put in the running for the free trip to Florida so that you can hang wallpaper with me. Thank you. Okay, so we got that done. But this guy talks too much. I don't understand this guy. I don't get it. You never will. Okay. Now just show them this. Come in close, I want to show them this corner. Just cut your corner. You're cutting off another stress point when you do that. You guys know, you guys who hang, you know what I'm talking about. Just show them that. They'll understand just by looking at it. Show them that corner right up there. Okay, they see. I see it in the top center of the, no big deal. Okay, my hands are sticky. And that's good. I want to wrap these corners real tight. Rick, would you go to the truck and just get the fire? It's a torch. It's on the passenger side in about the middle of the truck. It's a torch.
Passenger side wall, middle of the truck. It's a torch. Is it in a case?
It's like a Coleman's torch.
Is it loose or in a case?
No, it's in a box. It's on the shelf. Oh gosh. Okay. Just show the viewers what we did over here. Just to show them the wallpaper wrapping around this. You know, the guys who hang, they know how to do this. I'm just saying for the people who are at home doing it yourself, they might have a kitchen cabinet to wrap it around. Show them the back part where it's all the way in the back. No, back up. That part, that's all. I want them to see that. Okay, cool. You can come out. So, I haven't done this in a while. How do you get tight corners on outside corners? First of all, let's admit it looks pretty tight. Okay? All right. So I told you guys about, I was in an examination room recently in a doctor's office. And the doctor put my personal clothing on a stool and then closed the curtain while I was in there. Well, after my treatment, I needed my clothes. You didn't find the torch? Juan, do you know where the torch is?
I know.
It's on the passenger side, perhaps on the floor or one of the shelves. You'll see. So, the doctor, he puts my clothing outside of my curtained area. So when I came out of the examination room, I looked for my clothes and I looked into the other room and there was a blonde with its back to me. So I said, I need my clothes. I saw my clothes there. The blonde was standing there with long blonde hair. And I went, got all my clothes, got dressed. No, I grabbed my clothes. And then the blonde turns around. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. He said, and he had a long beard. He said, I'm not looking at you. I didn't have the nerve to tell him what I thought he was. So I said, okay, man. Let's just say it looked like a Patricia and not a Patrick. What could you say in that situation? I was humiliated. Okay, can you show them that in there? Just show them that. Right in the whole thing in there. Beautiful. And that's how you do it. You see at the top here, we cut it lower than the other level of the ceiling. I mean, it's not a big deal, but for people, when I first started hanging paper, this was confusing, okay? I was like, where do I start? And you're guided by where the majority of the wallpaper is needed. In this case, it's up there. And then you simply come around and you feed it to the lower. Okay. That's it. This is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan is Wallpaper. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.